This video is going to be about the Holosun 3X Magnifier flippity thing that goes on top of your weapon system to enhance your red dot. And that is Camille. That plant is Camille. And this young lady over here is Iris. Just wanted to introduce you guys. In this video, I'm gonna focus mostly on the user experience of this. I have over 1,000 rounds on this, and one time I went to the long range, and we'll talk about how far I shot with this. I had already been running this Holosun HS510C, really comfortable at 25 yards, and still pretty comfortable up to 50 yards. I saw they made this guy, and that would extend that out to probably 100 yards comfortably. So I thought, do I need it? Absolutely not, but sure does look cool as You know what yoga blocks are good for? That's right, gun stand. It is a 3X magnifier, so whatever red dot you're running, when you flip this guy up through it, it will magnify it by 3X. It has a quick release lever on the front here, so you can just take it right on and off anytime you want. You can adjust it to make sure that your red dot for your particular system is in the center of the view. You can adjust this here to make sure and bring it in focused for your specific eyesight, and then it pivots in and out to get out of your way. Flip it up, as you can see, I still have a grab here. So I kind of keep a home base as I move my hand up and down on it. If you already have a red dot this style, it marries up quite well to that. It's got good eye relief, good light transmission, good color rendition. It's very affordable at just over $200. It comes with a bracket, quick release system. Also, if your red dot is a little bit higher, it comes with a spacer to bring the height of this magnifier up. The construction seems really good. It's held up just fine. I believe this optic is reversible for a weapon system that might be more advantageous to be flipped to the other side. I personally have not had the flip up mechanism of this optic hinge itself upward through inertia only while using the weapon. Depending on how you drop it on your sling to the side, it has hit my body and flipped up. So when I've pulled it back up to reuse the rifle, this was in the up position. After spending some time using it, I've noticed that without thinking, I will holster and make sure that this is in the down position and make sure my safety is still on safe. I just grab it and check it, and I'm ready to go. Takes this weapon from an extremely comfortable 25 yards, 50 yards with this optic only. Yes, you can still hit it 100 yards with this, but when you put this up, it makes it 3 times easier. See what it did there? Now, when you put this up, it makes it that much easier to hit a smaller, more accurate target. So let's go ahead and take it out to the long range, and we'll talk about my experience. At 100 yards, you could bang a silhouette really, really well, really easily. And the 9mm seemed to hit the steel pretty hard. Then I moved up to the 200 yards, and that was quite a bit harder to hit because this reticle obviously isn't designed for that. But yeah, out of 200 yards, the steel, when it was hitting the steel target, it was moving a little bit, but nothing to write home about. And then by the time I got up to 300 yards, it was really lobbing them in there as far as the 9mm. In the video, you see I kind of have it edited down so it's not too boring to watch, but I couldn't really see what was going on. It was so bright out, so I was just taking pot shots. Every once in a while, I would see the sand dust up. Not very well at 300 yards with this particular system, but I could definitely run the shit out of it at 100 yards. The stuff that I was shooting was just some regular range ammo. This came in at 1,125 feet per second. I noticed that this was breaking the sound barrier out of the 8-inch barrel with my suppressor on it, because you can still hear the crack. Then I went to my 4 1/4-inch barrel, and every once in a while it would get that supersonic crack, and then sometimes it would not. And then when I went to my even just slightly shorter barrel, it would stay subsonic the whole time in my SIG P365XL. So I have a pretty good idea about how fast this was going. And so I used this ammo on the 100-yard range as well as the 200-yard range. And then after that, I had some carry ammo, which was some Spear Gold Dot. Again, nothing special, no supersonic plus P or anything like that. Definitely useful to stretch the legs on your red dot system to get you into that 100-yard range, extremely comfortable. I personally don't recommend using it, at least the way I'm using it, beyond 100 yards realistically. And I think that matches up really well with the 9mm. I think 100 yards or less is a really good optic system to have married to it. In closing, as far as do I recommend it? Absolutely, it's super fun. A $200 entry is pretty low for something of this quality. It comes with a quick release right off the bat. The build construction seems great. The hinge system is holding up really well for me after 1,000 rounds. My name is Mike. You're at the Gun Channel. This was an unscripted review of this particular item, and I just wanted to share how much fun I'm having with it and maybe give you a closer look at it if you're on the fence of getting one yourself. Hopefully this information helped, and please check out the other reviews on the channel if you're into this kind of stuff, and I appreciate you. Keep coming back, and I'll see you soon. Oh, this gun's got good balance. Fancy. Apparently gravity works this way also as well.